want to go outside and take a picture of it, and I'll send it to your phone, and you can see how it looks.
We'll never get around to it. No rush.
Well, it's still daylight.
Well, I'm impressed. That's quite an accomplishment.
Well, it took me all day, but I think it's worth it. I've been needing to do it for a long time. And we're getting close to that time, so I'll turn this back to you. KM5QS.
I think probably Guy wants it tonight. He missed out last week.
Yeah, I've been AWOL for a few weeks, so let me kick it off here in a minute.
You're sounding good.
Thank you, sir. Well, I just wondered if Henrietta was going to wake up.
Got a minute and a half.
You hear me okay, Guy? W5DPK.
Why, yeah, I sure do. You're even on frequency there, Dennis.
Oh, how about that?
W5IS by for the net.
Guy, did you say you had some RV3s extra?
No, I do not have any RV3s at all.
Okay, I remember somebody talking about them, but I can't remember who it was, so, okay. I'll keep trying to remember.
The only remote VFO I have is that RV4.
Alrighty.
Alright, 7:30 p.m. Does anybody need this frequency for emergency traffic? Please come now. Hearing none, good evening, everybody. My name is Guy. My call sign is Whiskey 5 Charlie Mike Kilo. And we're about to start into the finest hour of ham radio all week long. A little bit of heavy iron and vacuum tube rigs here. We're going to have the boat anchors unlimited. This is a directed net, so please direct all your comments and concerns to the net control at the time, and me being one of them, Lynn, K5LYN is one. Don't know if Jim, KB5ZIV's here. If he is, he's one, and we'll probably rope OJ in to do it if he can keep Boudreaux shut up down there. Alright, tonight I'm running my Drake TR4, no suffix, the plain one. I've got a Henry 2KD5 23500Z amplifier in line. I'm using a 444 mic, Shure 444, and up to a dual band double bazooka at about 47 feet, resonant right here at this frequency. And we're going to kick off here and get some folks that got on the list first of all, and then after we get those, we'll take some check-ins. Don't know how many of the folks from down south have waded through the water and plugged all the rigs back in, but we'll see how many come up from down there. And the first one that I've got on my list is Mr. EIJ. Come on in, Joseph.
Let's see. W5 Country Music King. This is Whiskey Alpha 5 Echo India Juliet, Joseph, and Magnolia. You guys are listening to my Central Electronics 200V. I'm listening to you guys on a Drake R4 Charlie. And there's a good crew in here tonight, so I don't want to keep it very long. But everybody is good. The propagation is good. Everything is good. So, Guy, back to you, and don't blow any fuses. Over.
Well, I'll do my best not to. Good deal. Yeah, the 200V's doing what it always does. Sounding great there, Joseph. All right, next one I got, let's swing around over there to the city of Austin, Texas, WB5TXW. Come on in, George.
Howdy, Guy, and all around the net, WB5TXW, back on the tube rigs again, the 32S1, the 75S3, which Lynn unlocked the secrets to. Simple in concept, not simple in handiwork. Maybe Lynn would like to talk about that. 30L1, the usual loop antenna, a static 10 Delta microphone. You know, So everything appears to be working, so life is good, over.
Well, I tell you what, it is working. You are correct. It sounds good, and life is good on the finest hour of ham radio all week long.
Absolutely. I am very privileged to be on the finest hour of ham radio all week long. I do enjoy the net. WB5TXW back to net.
All right, good deal, George. Good to hear you back on the college stuff there. I believe that's what you're running tonight. All right, hey, Mr. Doug, W5IS, come on in here with that big old swan.
Okay, KW5CMK and the net W5IS. I'm running a 700CX barefoot tonight. A dipole antenna up about 50 foot in inverted V configuration. It is a double bazooka, but mine's not a dual band. I got to check into that, guy. I hadn't got anything else report. Everything looking good. I'm kicking about 300 watts on BEP, and I'm looking at the monitor over there. I hope I'm sounding okay. So back to you. W5CMK in the net. W5IS.
Oh, yeah, Doug, it's doing everything it needs to do. You got a room full of you here and sounding like $1 million. All right, next one on the list here is KG5 Delta Romeo Golf. I believe his name is Dale. Come on in, Dale.
Hey, guys, Doug, how you doing? KG5 Delta Romeo Victor. Dale out from Texas. Tracking off of the Swan 500CX. Barefoot, Sure 444 mic. Running through a 2000 antenna tuner. Going out to my... what the heck my antenna is. Butternut 876B. Now it's vertical, about 27 foot in the air. A few radios there, not too long, but everybody's sounding good. George sounded great. A few radios working for you. And hope everybody didn't get too much rain. I think we got about 8 inches in Austin, which was enough for me. Didn't like that wind. But nice to be here on the Best Hour ham radio. Late 5 DRB, Dale, Austin, Texas. That's the next. Go ahead, guys. Thank you.
I'm back, guy.
Okay, yeah. I'll get down there to you in just a minute there, Jay. You had got your pictures taken. All right, Dale. Yeah, I'm going to get that Victor on the end of that call sign right one of these days.
Hey, mighty fine, guy. Mighty fine.
All right, let me grab Bob out there in San Angelo, and then I'm going to give it down to Mr. Lynn. Let him pick up a few. K5CXG. Come on in, Bob. KA5CXG. Hey, Bob. Well, I guess we can come back to him. Let me grab Jay, and then I'll throw it down there to you there, Lynn. Go ahead, Mr. KM5QS.
Alrighty, well, this is JKM5QS down here in Alice, Texas, on my Kenwood 830 tonight. It's a real nice rig, all filtered up. And the addition of the 830, VFO 830, VFO 230 has just made it top of the line. Anyway, on a brand new antenna this evening, like we were discussing. Lynn, the pictures are on the way. Sent it a few minutes ago. 600 ohm ladder line, and about, let's see, it would be 260 or some odd feet of wire out there. Seems to be working pretty good. Still got a little fine tuning to do, but nothing major. It sure helped my receive. That's about it. It's I do highly recommend, if you're going to build an antenna, build one with any connections in it. Make your wires go all the way through. You won't ever have any corrosion because you won't ever have a connection. Anyway, that's about all I got right now. KM5QS, back to you.
All right, good deal, Jay. Yeah, I tell you what, unless propagation is just a whole lot different tonight than it normally is, you have definitely improved your signal up here in northeast Texas. Over.
Well, thank you, sir. It's at the same height, and it's configured the same way. Everything's oriented exactly like it was. The only thing that's different is everything in between the end insulators. It's all new wire, and the wire's a little longer. And, of course, the new feed point, new ladder line, feed line. So everything is different. The only thing, I've got 55 feet of the 600 ohm that I made up, and that comes to the window where I've got the feed-throughs. From there to the tuner is still some old 450 ohm ladder line. I'm probably going to make up a 5-foot piece of the 600 and change that up too and see if that makes any difference, but I'm not sure it'll make a whole lot of difference, but what the heck, I got extra left over. So anyway, that's it's good to hear that something finally worked right. KM5QS.
Yeah, that 5 foot of difference in between 450 and 600 ohm ladder line might make your SWRs come down on 160 like you need them to be. Over.
So that's a possibility.
All right, good deal. Hey, Mr. Lynn, you want to grab a few of these? I've used up about half of the ones I have on my list. K5LYN, W5CMK, and the boat anchors.
Yeah, we'll sure give it a try, Guy. I don't think I've got that many calls on my list, so I don't know if I know who all's here or not, but we'll find out. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. Good evening, everybody. This is the Collins S line. And what George TXW was talking about, Collins used the can-type filter cap on their S-line receivers, not only as a filter, but as a junction point. Like each of the 3 caps in that can has 3 to 4 wires attached to it. And I've tended to not replace that can if all indications are that it's okay. But George's receiver reminded us you can't do that. All electric caps have to go on these things. Because when it was sounding a little bit funny, and I found the voltage on the plates of the tubes that should have been 125 volts was more like 80. And I thought, okay, this is it. So we will face the music. We did it, and it's up and running now. Okay, let me see who all's still here. Let's try Bob again. KA5CXG. Bob, are you back? K5LYN. Well, we all thought we heard him. And I'm not sure if we talked to Rusty or not, but I don't think we talked to Dennis. W5DPK. How about it, Dennis?
Good evening, everybody. This is W5 Delta Papa Kilo. Sorry about the noise in the background. Tonight we're on the NCX3, the old reliable NCX3, broad as a barn door, but it's doing good. We're down with the flu, I guess we call it, the summertime flu. My throat is sore and it hurts and all that good crap, but I'm not going to get around to anybody to give it to, because no one should have to suffer with this during the summertime, that's for sure. Band conditions sound real good, and it's great to hear Jay back on the air. Back to you. This is W5DPK.
Your NCX3 is doing great, Dennis. I still have a thought about adding a little fidelity to it, but I've been so busy I haven't sent that to you. We went up to Kansas to see the Eclipse. Now I think I'm finally getting all the have-to-get-done things behind me. We're going to get back in touch. But it's doing a great job. Nice radio, and a real beauty in its day. That blue and the brushed aluminum was nicely done. Okay, I know that Jim is in there. And I think it's the new call's KJ5MS. Isn't that it, Jim? Let's see if I can hear you through my neighbor's noise generator, K5LYN.
The noise generator. That's me down here. WJ5MS, Lynn. Good evening, everybody here on the wonderful hour on amateur radio, and hope nobody was involved in any of these storms. I know some missed us. We got 20 inches between drops. At any rate, we're doing about the same old thing, running barefoot here on the 820 and putting it all up there on just plain Jane 80-meter dipole, pretty well flapped at about 20 feet on all ends, and that's about the size of it. And like I said, I hope everybody's pretty clear of that storm so far. Back to you there, Lynn, WJ5MS.
Yeah, 100% copy, Jim. But I do like your the propagation between you and I better in the winter, because I hear you great in the winter. And it sounded okay this evening, but it's going to be better here in a couple more months. Okay, let me say, did we talk to Rusty, WK5R? Rusty, did we talk to you?
No, not yet, but I'm here. This is WK5R, and I'm on the helicopter station tonight, the HC-37 and the SX-111, and we're driving the GS-35B there. And probably, like Dennis says, broad as a barn door there. We're running about 1 kilowatt. And that's what we got going on here, just sitting back and listening to everybody there. So, back to you there, Lynn, and I haven't done anything to the sideband generator yet, but I will one of these days. Back to you, K5LYN and the Boneckers, WK5R.
Well, I'll tell you, when you do get around to that, Rusty, it's going to be a spectacular radio, because it sounds fine as it is, but double sideband, was never very popular in the past, and I don't think it's got a future. But we know what the problem is, or we know where the problem is, we just don't know what to do about it. I didn't do anything about it for that reason. But you got a nice signal into Austin, Rusty. All right, did I hear a call a while ago? I thought I heard a call maybe HAN, or did I dream that up? Somebody out there with a call HAN? Maybe not. All right, well, that's all the calls I've got on my list, unless Wayne is back. W5WRJ. Hey, Wayne, are you back with us by any chance? He said he was going to come back later. All right, let's see who else we got for the net tonight. This is K5LYN. Lynn in Austin. Listen.
Hey, Lynn, this is W5WRJ.
Oscar.
Okay, I did hear Wayne. Wayne, come in and give us a report about how you survived down there. That sounds like that was tough, and we'll pick up Oscar in a minute. Oh, go ahead, Wayne.
Well, we don't have any flooding. We're not in an area but the area surrounding us was pretty bad. Other than I had a tree fall on the house, and a couple of people have seen that picture. But so far, so good, and the bands are holding up, the antenna held up, and the radio held up, and transmitter. So amplifier. So we're in good shape, and hopefully we won't see any more rain. So W5WRJ clear.
Okay, well, we're glad you're all right down there, because I know people have got it tough, and you were close to some bad times down there, so I'm glad everything's okay, Wayne. Well, thank you for the report. Okay, Oscar, over to you.
Yeah, Roger, Lynn, and everybody on the net. I'm on a Yaesu FT902 Delta mic, but it's different than the one last week. I listened to the recording, and I did not realize that radio that I was using is off frequency. So I guess recalibration on that radio is in order. Does this radio appear to be more on frequency tonight? KI500.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Nice strong signal, too.
Oh, Roger, that's good. Okay, good to know. All right, don't have anything. Well, I do have one new project I just got today. I got a Drake T4X. I've got a power supply, but I don't know that it's for a Drake. I'm going to have to get it out and plug it in and test the voltages on all the pins and see if it'll work with this Drake. But kind of excited about that. Anyways, that's all I got. It's KI500, back to net control.
Hey, my brain's a little slow tonight. Your name's Mike, isn't it?
Roger.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Well, does it look like it's a homebrew supply or something?
Well, no, it doesn't. I'm thinking that it I don't know if it was for a Swan. There's another radio. I can't think of the name, but anyways, it's not branded by Drake, so it's got a brand on it, but I can't remember it. I've got it outside in the shed, and I'll have to get it out, and that's the project for tomorrow.
Well, also, if you send me an email picture of it, If it's some other brand, I've probably got the manual on it.
Okay, are you good in QRZ?
Right, K5LYN.
I'll do it. Thank you, Lynn. It's KI500, back to net.
In fact, K5LYN at ARRL.net always works. Okay, keep us posted on that, Mike. I'll be curious about it. Okay, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening?
Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Whiskey 9 Whiskey.
Okay, that was a mess of folks, but the one I heard was Robert W. Pick it up.
All right, K5LYN and the net, WW9W. Good evening, Lynn. Good evening to all the gang. Charlie, Doug over there in Louisiana, and some of the other faces I saw that I know. Good evening to everybody. I'm on the KWM2 again this evening. I was too lazy to drag that 940 out. I was going to put it on, and whew, that's one heavy radio. Man, I started to pick that thing up, and I thought I had a sack of bricks. But anyway, on the old Collins KWM2 with the 30L1 meatball amplifier, and I'm using a Shure 444, and that is also going into a double bazooka Ultimac dual band 4080. Looks like about 700 watts peak out on it with the amplifier here, 700-800 watts, something like that. And other than that, we are high and dry up here, Lynn. Hope all the gang down around Houston in that area is doing fine. Man, what a mess. Good grief. Man, my heart goes out to those folk down there because that's been a terrible situation for the last few days. And man, it's just heartbreaking to see those little ladies in those nursing home, the water up to the bed or the wheelchair. Oh, God, I couldn't hardly stand watching it. But anyway, we're going to keep them in our prayers and hope and trust that that thing is gone on and they can get back to normal. Well, it'll be a while before they get back to normal, but get back to the best that they can there. But anyway, that's my pitch, Lynn. Appreciate you running the net. You and Charlie and all the rest of the gang, and I'm going to sit back here and eavesdrop. K5LYN, WW9W.
Robert, your Collins talks up a storm. I'll tell you what, it's always good to hear it, and your antenna's clearly working too. Look forward to seeing you up at Belton. You got any goodies you want to bring to Belton this time?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of amplifiers, man. I got about 5 amplifiers and a couple of radios and some other stuff that I'm bringing, but mostly amplifiers this time around, Roger.
Okay, I'll look for you. You going to be inside?
Yeah, we'll be back there on that corner where we normally are.
Yep, I know the place. All right, we'll get with you. All right, good enough and great signal. Okay, let's see. Who were the other guys that tried to check in when Robert called in? K5LYN listening?
Kilo Bravo 5 Delta Oscar November.
Whiskey Oscar Zulu.
Okay, Whiskey Oscar Zulu. Dan, let's talk to you, and there's a bunch of others. Whiskey Oscar Zulu, pick it up, Dan.
Okay, good evening, Lynn, everybody else. This is Dan. We're located in, we'll call it the middle of Lake Houston today, or this week. And we're just running a Kenwood 830 with the matching VFO and a Kenwood TL922 with 4 400As in it. I need to find some 3500s. And we're also using one of those 2-band bazookas up there, and microphone's a Shure 444D. But that's about it. We survived. I got my FEMA tarp on the roof, so I'm good for another little rain. And my little rain gauge, which is quite accurate, calibrated last Friday morning before everything, now indicates 52.2 inches of rain in the middle of downtown Houston. That's it from here, KWOZ.
Did you stay at the house the whole time, Dan?
Yeah, we did. We never lost power.
That's incredible. It's amazing that they kept the power on. Now, did something happen to your roof?
Well, I had a leak over on a spot that it's got almost a flat roof. It's got a real low slope to it, and the water backed up under the eave when the wind blew, and then it just kind of separated it more, so I had buckets and towels there to collect it for a few days. And I got my guy over here this morning. He's ordered all the stuff to either put a metal roof on that area or redo it. But he put the tarp on for me. But I had to wait in line out at Lowe's for about an hour. They're only letting 20 in at a time. That's it from here.
You're able to drive in and out on your street?
Yeah, our street's fine. You know, we're 2 blocks from Buffalo Bayou, or they'll call it Lake Houston now, because it's about, at least quarter of a mile wide, maybe more than that.
Quick comment, Lynn?
Yeah, I've been hearing about Buffalo Bayou, Dan, quite a lot. Jay, go ahead.
Yeah, Dan, do the metal roof. You'll never have to replace it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We'll see. It's not a big area. I just put that part on there. But hey, I meant to mention that Jay's signal, whatever he did, man, he should have done it a long time ago. He's 20 dB stronger than he's ever been here. That's it. KWOZ. Thanks, Lynn.
Yeah,
Secret sauce. Back to you, Lynn.
Propagation is pretty good tonight. We might be getting a little bit into better fall signal strength because everybody's great. All right, was there another call by XB or something like that?
Roger. Hello, Bravo 5 with Delta, Oscar, Texas, running a Swan 500C. Shure 444 disc mic and a single band double bazooka. The weather here has just been kind of boring with all the excitement going down south. We're just out of the edge, off the edge of all that rain event, so I think there may have been a few drops, but man, we didn't get anything like Houston did. I have a friend down there. He had some high ground and stayed put. I've been in contact with him. Nothing else really to report here from north central Texas. Over.
Okay, there was a double, so I missed the beginning of your transmission. DON, I got you. Now, XB, tell me the name of the call again. I'm sorry because I missed it. Y'all were talking at the same time.
Okay, Roger. Name is Larry, Lima Alpha Romeo Romeo Yankee. I'm in Emory, Texas. Call is Kilo 5 X-Ray Bravo. Over.
Okay, Larry, we got you. You have a nice signal into Austin. The band has really come alive, and whenever we stop to take check-ins, we get about 5 or 6 people all at the same time. Well, we're glad you're okay. No damage to the house or anything like that?
Actually, we lost a tree in the tornado here a few months ago, but nothing from the hurricane.
Okay. Well, I guess we all cross our fingers. Okay, Larry. Glad to hear you tonight. Nice signal. Okay, I'm going to take one more, DON, and then we'll give it back to Guy. Let him talk to some folks. DON, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just wanted to tell everybody I'm an island here. I'm in Bridge City, Texas, the southeasternmost corner of the state, and fact is, my QTH is just 2 miles from the Louisiana state line by water, and I am surrounded. My neighbors have water in their house, but I don't have water in my house yet. Generator power kicked in this morning at about 6:45, and commercial power returned about 3 p.m. this evening. So I've been able to stay on the air the whole time. Just ran across this net, figured I'd check in, let you guys know that I'm still down here, passing information whenever possible. This is KB5DON in Bridge City, Texas. Good evening, y'all.
Okay, and I missed the name.
Name is Don, Delta Oscar November, just like in the call sign. Kilo Bravo 5, Delta Oscar November.
Okay, Don, yeah, that works for me too. My call's K5LYN and my name is Lynn. All right, glad you came by. Yeah, we've been hearing on the news that Port Arthur and Beaumont really got hit hard. And I guess you're probably pretty close to Port Arthur, maybe?
Yeah, just about 8 miles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, good luck. I'm glad you at least got some electricity and your house is dry so far. Cross all fingers and toes. Man, this has been tough. Okay, Mr. Guy, CMK. You want to take a round here? K5LYN.
Sure, I'll see what I can do with it for a little bit here, Lynn. This is W5CMK, and you're still listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited tonight. And we're going to take a few check-ins. But, guys, if you'll listen up, spread them out. I write really slow, and I listen a little slower than that. So come on with some check-ins.
KV5 Radio United.
MTT.
KB0QOA.
All right, well, there's 3. Mr. RU, go ahead. Well, I thought I heard a Radio United. Go ahead.
Kilowatt Bravo 5 Radio United. My name is Brian. I'm located 42 miles northeast of Waco, Texas. I'm on my Helicrafters tonight, my SR 160 transceiver. I was 16 years old when it was made. So it's almost as old as I am. Anyway, I'm running a AL80B amplifier with it, and a high gain, high tower vertical antenna, and a Shure 444 microphone. Over.
Well, it's doing what it's supposed to do, sounding great up here in northeast Texas, right out of Kilgore there, over.
Yeah, it just keeps hanging in there, you know. I've even got that's a pretty nice one. I even have got the original boxes for it and everything in the original packing. It's just about a 9.5 out of 10 original.
Well, that makes it really cool to have all that stuff to go with it. Just keep it where the moisture and the rodents don't get to it, over.
Where's the what?
I just said keep it protected, because that's a lot of value in just the boxes there, over.
Oh, I know it. I know. Yeah, that's kind of unusual. I didn't buy it new. I bought it actually from the original owner. I'm the second owner, so anyway, that's the rundown tonight. That's the old tube-type radio I'm on tonight. Over.
All right, good deal, Brian. We'll stop by here every Wednesday night about 7:30 p.m. and exercise the little feller or any of the others you might have in the shack there. You know, that's kind of like being the second owner of a 1956 Corvette, right?
Yeah, that is. You're right about that.
All righty, good deal. Okay, Mr. MTT, come on in, Mike.
Okay, guy. Hello, everybody on the net tonight. It's Mike, WA5 MTT, near Austin in Round Rock. And tonight, we are on the Collins Winged Emblem S-Line, 75 S2 receiver, 32 S1 transmitter, and also have the 30 S1 amplifier in line. The microphone is Electro Voice 664. And I guess out of the rain event, guy, we got 8 inches here at the house, although my neighbor says 10 inches, but you know, some of that was blowing horizontal, so I'll take his word for it. Fortunately, it came in over a period of 2 days, and no issues here with too much water. In fact, I think half of that immediately soaked in the ground. We were so dry here. So from my perspective, it was welcome rain. I've been following closely. There's this the plant in Crosby, Texas. Guys have some organic peroxide that they've lost refrigeration control over, and I need to check the news, see if that plant is. They were predicting either a fire or some sort of rapid release of energy from that. So I'll be interested to see what happens with that later on. Back to you, guy.
Yeah, that could be rather exciting real quick, I'm afraid.
Yeah, they had dual backup systems, but the CEO said, we're under 6 feet of water here. We've lost all of our backup systems, and we're sorry for inconveniencing people, but we have no alternative. So, man, it's a tough time to be a CEO of a chemical company.
Yeah, that's where you get the men from the boys separated, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of tense moments there, and not just there, but I'm sure there's hundreds of other things going on, and not to mention loss of life. So it's a terrible thing to watch. But let's hope they can save as many assets and lives as possible.
Roger that. We'll just keep our prayers for everybody, and hope that all this stuff will work itself out here pretty quick, over.
Roger, roger. All right, well, your rig's sounding good, and I'm coming along on the Alpha 70V project, the power supply. I've got it checked out, and it's giving me 4,000 volts and 2,500 in CW position. So tonight we're gonna fill the radiator and make sure my plumbing is good. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask you that. You put about 500 PSI on that to test it, right?
No, fortunately, it only needs to be gravity fed.
Roger. Well, you know, you always put an acid test on it.
Well, I'm not gonna push my luck.
Understood. Well, good luck with that. I'm anxious to hear how that comes out. I would like to see some pictures there too.
Oh yeah, I'm taking a few pictures of it. I think the rebuild process it's been a lot of fun, so maybe some other people will be interested in it.
Roger that. All right. Anything else, Mike?
No. Go ahead and pick these other guys up. Sounds like you got a waiting list.
All righty. Good deal. UOA, I believe, is next in line. Come on in.
Good evening. It's KB0, UOA, Steve, Wichita, Kansas. Didn't get anything out of all the rain. We were on vacation last week down in Havana, Cuba. We were a little bit worried about getting back, but no problem. I'm on the old Kenwood 830 tonight and my A2FL 2100F amp and the MC50 mic. And everyone's sounding good up here in Kansas tonight. Back to you. KB0, UOA.
Well, Steve, you sound good as always. You didn't take a portable station down there to Cuba and try to do a little portable working, I don't guess, over.
A little bit worried, too. I even wanted to scared to take a handheld. I just didn't want to create anything to have any problems.
Yeah, understood. I was kind of being a smart aleck about that, but yeah, I don't believe I would take anything that would bring any attention to me either.
Well, I sure thought about it. It'd been fun, but it's kind of boring without it. That's all we have here. Everyone have a fine one. Hope you get things turned around down in Texas. KB0 UA.
Good deal, Steve. Good hearing you, and we'll catch you next weekend. All right, that brings me to the end of the folks I have written down so far. So if you would like to check in with the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now with your call sign suffix. Listen up and bring them in slowly so I can get them written down, please.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray.
Okay, got you, Byron. Anybody else?
Kilo Foxtrot 5, Foxtrot November, Foxtrot.
Foxtrot November, Foxtrot. Okay, anybody else? All right, Mr. EDX, go ahead.
Yeah, guy, and the net. This is WA5EDX, Bluffdale, Texas. Tonight we're on the Kenwood 830, just like the previous caller. Hi. And the same old MC50 mic. Entering there, converted V up about 35, 40 feet. And hope everybody down south survived. I know my daughter she lives downtown Houston, inside the loop. She was stranded for 4 or 5 days. The good news is she was on the second floor apartment, so never had any trouble with the water getting into the apartment. And she only lost power for 1 day, so I thought that was pretty good. Anyhow, thank God for that. Thank God for minor miracles there. And we just hope Ralph and Joseph and everybody else down there is high and dry and can avoid some of the traffic that's going to occur down there over the next several months, or if not years. And Guy, I wanted to know, how's the audio sounding on this rig tonight? I've given you plenty of chit-chat here. I've been aligning the USB and USB crystal oscillators, trying to get them set in the bandwidth properly on this rig. So, am I too tinny or too low, or how's the audio? Over.
Well, it's about middle of the road. It's just it's not real robust and full, but it's probably, I would guess you're in the neighborhood of probably 2.1 to 2.3 wide, maybe, and that's just purely a guess. But it doesn't have the depth and the low end quality that most of those Kenwoods have, but it doesn't sound bad at all.
Okay, fine business. Well, I thought the receive sounded a little high pitched too, so maybe I'm not quite through tweaking. I'll throw the old screwdrivers in it again. Okay, back to that. I know you have more, guys. WA5EDX.
All right, Byron. I know you can fix it. Just stay after it. Keep on plugging, and be sure don't get that screwdriver in the wrong place with your finger on the metal part. All right, Mr. Foxtrot, November Foxtrot, come on in.
Hey, Roger. This is Tyler. I'm down in Aransas Pass, Texas, and I'm running no boat anchor because I'm on a emergency power. So I've got an FT897 in a 80-meter end-fed long wire, but that's about all that can get out when you're running on emergency power. We're still waiting on the power to return down here.
Roger, on the power returning, and you said your name was Tyler, is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's a Roger.
Okay. Good deal. I didn't get the prefix on your call sign. Give me that, and then I'll quit bugging you. Over.
Kilo Foxtrot 5.
Okay, a lot of F's in there, Tyler. But the end-fed wire is doing you a good job, and I guess that 897. What's that, about a 50 or 60 watt radio? I'm not sure.
I think it's 100 watts on HF, but it's pretty efficient. It'll run on my generator.
Well, there you go. That's what you need in an emergency situation. Sound like you're just about in that situation. Well, I hope nothing else got torn up.
Well, it'd be a lot easier to clean up if it weren't for the shingles. And somebody said, "Oh my, you got shingles?" I said, "Yes, sir, I do. It's from my barn, from my house, from my neighbor's house, from all the way up the street. The shingles are everywhere."
Well, at least they ain't on your chest and on your back, right?
Hey, roger that. Yeah, good health is important right now. But I tell you, these folks down here are. I've been teaching preparedness for 5 years down here in Ingleside, and it's pretty sad to see people without a lick of resource to get by. They're eating MREs because they don't have anything to boil water with.
Yeah, you lead that proverbial horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Oh, roger that. I'm sitting here, people said, can we get you some water? I said, no, I've got a well and a reverse osmosis. And they said, well, do you need any food? I said, well, not really. In about another 45 minutes, the bread will be done. And I've got chickens, and we've got dairy goats. And, really, we didn't need any food.
There you go. It pays to be self-sufficient.
It does that. Anyway, I'm writing a journal every day. I think folks will be interested in that when it's done. So, anyway, thank you much. Appreciate the QSO. Enjoy this radio is my only source of news.
Roger that. Well, good luck with the future, and I'm sure we'll hear from you again. Everything sounds like you got it going your way. All right, Tyler, good deal. Anybody else for the boat anchors come now?
Hey, Guy.
Hey, Guy. Oh, that's me. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just wondered about Byron's 830. I wondered if he was running the compressor.
Hey, Byron, you still in there?
Yeah. You know what? I am. I didn't know, but the button's pushed in.
No, that's good. That's a good thing. You can try it without it, but the 830 is one of the very few rigs that the compressor enhances the audio. It's in a different stage of the output. But I was just wondering about that. It sounds pretty good down here, but then guys closer to you than I am.
LYN with a comment.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say to Byron the same thing that I said to Dennis a while ago. What I think it is I think it's the crystal oscillator. It's got the signal just a little bit outside the frequency of the crystal filter, of the filter in there, you know, and that leaves you with more highs and less fidelity. Because what you said to Byron, I said to Dennis a while ago. I don't know that that's the case, but I certainly see some similarities.
Well, yeah, you're dead on there, Lynn, and I was going to tell you last week, but I didn't get in here in time. I was going to tell you that you were right on, and I was on a different 830 a couple of weeks ago, and it was sounded real high and skinny when I checked in. And I had to go back and readjust the carrier oscillator and the upper and lower sideband crystals, and I got that working good. Now, the issue I have with rig number 2 here is if I lower the frequency, or if I adjust the frequency any lower on the LSD, on the lower sideband crystal, then when I key the mic, I start getting some carrier in the signal. If I tune that oscillator down any lower, or the bandpass down any lower, I start getting some carrier inserting. So, what does that tell you?
Well, don't you have a separate carrier balance adjustment? Okay. Okay. Well, you may have it the way it wants to be then, and we're not complaining about how it sounds. It sounds fine. It's just not quite as much fidelity as we often hear from you.
This is a different IF board, or a different PLL board than was in this rig originally, so I've been doing some board swapping. And I know when you start doing board swapping, then you have to learn how to be a good alignment tech, because if you swap boards, you're going to be doing some alignment. Over.
Roger. Back to you, Guy.
All right. Good deal. Anything else, Byron?
Negative. Thanks for help, guys.
All righty. Anybody else for the boat anchors? Come now.
Oh, by the way, this is processor off. Processor off.
And this is processor on. Processor on. Over.
Actually, I think it did sound a little better with it on, Byron.
Yeah, put a little more mic gain in there, it'll probably sound pretty good.
Yep. Okie doke. I'll leave it on.
Yeah, I know that old TS-180 I've got it. The compression enhances the output audio on it too. When I can get the thing to work. Not the compressor, the whole rig. All right, anybody else for the boat anchors? Come now.
Kilo Bravo Papa.
Go ahead, Marty.
Well, I'm not on the boat anchor tonight, so I didn't fire it up. But I do have a new boat anchor that I'll hopefully get on the net next week. I picked up a TR3 with a matching external VFO, and it does receive well. But I've got to hunt down one of those small, what do they call them, F230 plugs or J38. I don't know what they call them. That smaller than a quarter-inch mic plug. Built-in adapter. I've got one around here, but I can't find it. You ain't never had that problem, have you got?
Oh yeah, and I got one of those plugs that I can. Actually, I've got one built to get back to a quarter-inch mic plug if you want to try it out.
I might take you up on that, because that's what I was going to do. I was going to build an adapter. If I can find that plug, I was going to build me an adapter to a quarter-inch mic jack.
Yeah, you can come by. Those are, I forget that nomenclature. Yeah, it's something or another, but it's like a smaller than, it's like 3/16, I think. Maybe not quite that small, but anyway. Let me grab this phone call. Lynn, you want to pick it up a minute?
Contact.
W5CMK.
Contact.
Yeah, we can do that. Somebody have a comment?
Yeah, this is Dan. Those 3.5 millimeter plugs, like a regular quarter-inch stereo plug, you can get those from cheapham.com. I bought quite a few to put on the woodpeckers for people.
Cheapham.com?
Cheapham.com.
I didn't know about that. I'll check it out. Thanks, Dan.
Oh, yeah, that's where I buy all my mic connectors. They're pretty good prices there.
Interesting.
I've got a bunch of those. This isn't a 1/4 inch though, or whatever millimeter. I know what you're talking about. I've got a bunch of those. This is actually smaller. It's 0.206 inches, I think is the actual size of it. It's a real low connector. Collins used it, and Drake used it on his TR3.
It's called a PL68.
That's it, PL68. I've got one of them around here. It's even got a Bakelite case to it if I can find it.
Yeah, I think those are the 3.2 millimeter.
They're actually 3/16.
I thought they were 3/16 also, and military used them on some stuff.
Well, by God, I'm going to get one measure.
All right, good information.
Headset plug, man, what it is. And the Switchcraft is about the only company I know of that made them.
Yeah, he calls for a Switchcraft S230.
Paul
which
Bell
is
used to
the
use
right
it too on a
angle
switch
version of that, which is what it really needs, being the connector comes in from the side on this Drake.
Roger, roger. Yeah, you know, they actually made another one that was in between that and the 1/8. I've only seen one of them, but that's a rare bird right there.
Now, that S230, I can get that from, they've got them at, Mauser's actually got them. They're real proud of them. They're about $15. But, like I say, I've got just a straight inline one somewhere around here. It came on a microphone. I took it off years ago because I remember because it having that Bakelite screw-on cap, thinking, you know, that would break real easy, and I don't know what I did with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've got one over here if you can't find one.
Well, that's some good information about that. I know that we've all had problems finding those when we needed them. Thanks for the tips there. Did I hear KA5 CXC Bob? Did I hear you?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, we called you a while ago. Welcome back.
Yeah, I was out for a minute. I guess I missed you. Yeah, not much to report. Just glad to hear everybody and glad to be on. And I didn't get a chance to fire up the boat anchor, so I'm on the 850. But did want to check in, tell everybody hello, and I'll catch you guys. I don't know, next week probably. I'll probably be here. And everybody have a good week. K560.
Yeah, good signal. Okay. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? K5LYN. Listening?
Whiskey 5 Delta Kilo.
Okay. Whiskey 5 Delta something. Try it again.
Yeah, power meters acting weird. Hang on here. Hello. It's Don.
Don, is that you?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The tripping off.
Well, you're sounding okay on this end. Is that the Drake again?
Yes, sir. Let's see if it works.
Okay, is it working now?
On the TR4, do the normal stuff. I went down Sunday to Port A, couldn't get on to the island. I went down, got in Monday before the wave, and used my truck with all the antennas on it to get in and put some generators on some stuff. So a lot of carnage down there, no power, no water. So hopefully they'll get it back on shortly.
Yeah, I know it's devastation in some of those places. Man, we were overdue. We knew it could happen, but we didn't know it was going to be this bad.
Yes, sir. Well, there's one of my friends is with the state, and they got like I don't know if it's a 70 or 80 foot crank up tower. I told them when you're ready to take it down, I'll hook the truck to it, no problem. So, anyways, just checking in. Glad you're running the net. Everybody sounds good. Hopefully, I'm on frequency. I didn't have it on long enough, so la-da-da. Have a good evening. W5DK.
I think you're doing fine, Don. You're as close as any of us ever are. You going to be bringing a bunch of stuff to Belton again this time?
Hopefully not. We're thinning out. We need to go there and just enjoy the social.
Okay. All right. It's fun for that, too. All right. Who else for the net? K5LYN. Listening?
Whiskey Delta 5 Alpha Delta Charlie.
ADC. Pick it up.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, everybody on the net. This is Rick in Harlingen, Texas. And I'm on the 820 again tonight, a TL922 amp. This thing drives the socks off of it, too. And putting out just about legal limit. I don't know, into a pretty good SWR. So anyway, Antennas and inverted V up about 30 feet in the backyard, and the microphone's a Shure 444.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been telling several of the guys that I think we're getting a little bit better fall propagation already, because a lot of the guys are strong, and you are too, Rick, blasting into Austin tonight.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, it's definitely better. I've noticed it in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm looking forward to it. 80 meters is so fun when the first cold front comes through.
Lynn, he's the only station tonight that's kicked my AGC in on the 830.
Well, I've heard a lot of great signals, for sure, Jay. Okay, Rick, anything else for the group tonight?
No, not a thing. Just 7-3.
All right. We're approaching the bottom of the hour. Let's see who else is lingering out there that wants to talk boat anchors tonight. K5LYN, listening?
Whiskey Alpha 5 Oscar for 5 Zilla.
Hi, Bill. How you doing?
Good, fine, Lynn. How's everybody tonight? Tonight we're cheating a little bit. We're on the ICOM with a S750 headset. Of course, we got 4 tubes with the 811H, and then we're running it through Swan ST2 antenna tenor with a WM2000 watt meter. We're pushing probably about 400 watts. So anyway, that's the G5RV out in the backyard, and good to hear everybody. Sorry got in late.
Oh, yeah, you're talking up the storm into Austin, as a lot of guys are, so things are sure getting better. Anyway, well, good to hear you. Any new projects in the works on your end, Bill?
No, not right now. I'm trying to catch up. Got finished with my hay baling, and before the rain, thank goodness. And then, not fixing to go to Las Vegas next week for my Army reunion, so it's going to be kind of quiet for a few days.
That sounds like a fun trip.
Oh, you bet. You get to see probably 50, 60 guys that were from the Vietnam era. And unfortunately, I wasn't one of them. I stayed stateside, thank goodness.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Bill. Anything else for the net tonight?
Just 7-3 to everybody, and everybody's sounding real good. The Harlingen station coming here about 30 over 9.
Yeah, great signals. All right, who else wants to talk boat anchors? K5LYN, listening? Recheck, go ahead.
It's Marty, N5KBP. I found it. It's actually called a PJ068.
Okay. Well, I think we heard several names, but that'll work just fine.
Yeah, that's the number on the side of it.
Outstanding. Okay. Anybody else for the net tonight?
Hey, I'm back.
Go ahead, Guy.
Just going to let you know I'm back. If you want to throw it back to me here in a minute. Yeah, it's a Switchcraft switch.
Yeah.
Switchcraft plug.
Yeah, Guy, I found it. It's got the label PJ068 on the side of it, and it is, like I say, it's about halfway between a 1/4 inch and a 1/8.
Yeah, it's 3/16. I think is the correct size. Anyway, I sent you a picture of the little adapter I built.
Yeah, it's at cheapam.com. It's the same one.
Yeah, I just need to hunt me up a 1/4 inch stereo female around here. I'll find one. Appreciate it, N5KBP.
These are pretty common, though, Marty.
Do what now?
These are pretty common, those PJ068.
Yeah, that's the same one that Collins uses, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, Collins, Drake, there's a bunch of them.
The fun part is finding the 90-degree angle.
I've never found one that's at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, Switchcraft makes this called an S230.
They're broken.
That's what they call for in the Drake manual, and I actually found it on Mauser, believe it or not. You can buy them, they're about $15 a piece.
Good to know, thanks.
Yeah, holler at Jim Rogers. I think he's got something that might be cheaper than that. All right, anyway, this is the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Anybody want to come in and talk about your boat anchor stuff or ask us any questions, come now with your call sign suffix. Well, Lynn, it's a possibility that we might have wore these boys out.
Well, we've had a lot of activity tonight. A lot of people came by, and I certainly enjoyed the reports from the coast down there. I know there's still tough times for quite a while Yeah, we're about at the bottom of the hour. Let's see if anybody has any final comments for the net tonight, or anybody that really needs to tell us about his vintage radio, K5LYN. Listening? Well, I have nothing to add. I had a great time tonight. Got to exercise my Collins, and I didn't get to tell Byron that I've dragged out my Heathkit Marauder. We're going to have it on here one of these nights again. And nothing further on my end. I'll say my 73s and listen out. See everybody again Wednesday. Guy, over to you. W5 CLK, K5LYN.
Got a question?
Yes, sir.
Hey, now this is very pertinent to this old junk, but there probably aren't that many people that are old enough to know what I'm going to ask. But I got an old Hallicrafters F-38, the original one. And I can't figure out how to get that BFO to work. I've tried everything under the sun unless the coil is bad, but anybody had any experience with that? That's it from here, KWOZ.
Yeah, a little bit. And, you know, be careful, the case is hot. If the insulation between the works and the knobs fails and stuff like that, you can kill yourself, so be careful with that. An isolation transformer is a good idea. Some of the S-38s just made an IF can oscillate, you know, regenerate. It didn't have any kind of separate BFO. I'm not sure if that's the way yours works or not. Others just had a kind of a tickler wire that stuck out there, and you had to get that wire in just the right place for it to oscillate.
Yeah, this one has actually it has a pitch control, which is a little 455 KC tapped coil. It's supposed to be a VFO oscillator with one of the tubes, but I can't get that little beggar to oscillate yet.
Yeah, I know. I had the same trouble. I think that probably maybe there's a wire that's not there anymore. That used to be the oscillation, the feedback wire.
Yeah, I'm going to replace that little tickler wire, capacitor, I guess they call it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the key to it. Good luck. Keep us posted.
Roger.
Dan, you talking about the Bravo or Victor?
What's that?
BFO or VFO?
B as in boy.
Okay. Yeah, it's that little tickler wire. They make one of those IF cans oscillate, and that you have to play with that little tickler wire. I've played with one of those a few times.
Yeah, I know the later ones have, well, this one does too, I guess, because it's a tunable BFO with that extra control on the front. The original S-38, you'd probably know, had a separate pitch control on that BFO, and that's what doesn't seem to be oscillating. The tickler part might be okay, but I'm going to check out to make sure that the little coil isn't burned up, and then put a new tickler in there. Okay, thank you.
You are correct. I forgot you're working on the original S-38. Yeah, it had a separate BFO. Yeah, I've messed with them, but cause I know I use that tickler, and I've done the same thing you're talking about. Just replace that tickler with a little, like a 2 picofarad or 5 picofarad capacitor. You know, and but I've never had one that actually did not oscillate, so I can't help you there.
Yep. I've had 30 of these things or more over the years, and this first one I can't get it to work, but we'll just keep after it. Give me something to do. Thank you, Lynn.
All right, guys. Anybody else for the boat anchors? And we're going to shut this thing down if nobody else wants to play.
Well, I just have one more question. It's Byron. If anybody remembers where I put all my Kenwood cases, I've got about 5 or 6 Kenwoods ready to go back in cases, but no cases to be found anywhere. So, when you leave them out 2 or 3 years, be careful. You won't have a case when you need it again.
They're all in the attic, Byron.
Remember, from here on out, the phrase, Houston, we have a problem, has a whole new context.
I like my shot.
They're all in the attic,
Hey,
Byron.
Byron, they're where you left them at.
Oh, maybe they're your house, huh?
No, they ain't here, but they're wherever you left them at.
All right, let me get this net shut down here, guys. Enjoyed it tonight, gentlemen. Everybody's participation is well received and well deserved. Let's do it again next Wednesday night about the same bad time and the same bad frequency. So I'll say 73 from the Boat Anchors Unlimited. This is W5CMK, returning this frequency back to normal amateur use.
Hey, Lynn, you still there? K5LYN?
Hey, Lynn, somebody hollered at you. Ha! You must have turned it off.
We're going to figure in it.
Roger.
Well, I should have had the amp ready to go before I hollered at him.
WA5OPZ, Jay, did you make it through the hurricane okay?
I'm sorry, do what?
I said, did you make it through the hurricane okay?
Oh, yeah, we didn't have any, we didn't even have 2 inches of rain. No wind at all, hardly.
Hey, Roger, up here we got a sprinkle.
Well, it's not that I'm not sorry about that, because man, when that thing did decide where it wanted to go, it sure tore some stuff up.
Yeah, it's going to be years before the coast is back to normal. Anyway, 7-3 to everybody. Y'all have a good one. WA5OPZ out.
All righty, KM5QS. Now, I was going to tell Lynn, you asked me about that ladder line I built the other day, or today, actually. And it's really not that hard. It just, with a pair of slip joint pliers, it just snaps onto the wire. And I didn't have to put any extra glue or anything on it.
Yeah, Roger. I was going to say, that must have just jumped right over you down there because, boy, just north of you there in Corpus, it tore up a bunch of stuff.
Well, I know. We're just west of Corpus, and it went in north of Corpus, right between Rockport and Aransas Pass. That put us on the... Now, Corpus was still close enough to it that it caught some of the hurricane force winds, but it didn't catch as much of the water. Now, I mean, they had pretty good rain, but not near like Aransas and then on up the coast. We didn't get hardly anything. It put us on the southwest side of it. That's the best place to be on a hurricane.
Yep. I know one thing. That hurricane stalled that cool front coming down, and it stopped right here. Man, it made itself a nice few days up here. It was cool.
Well, that 52 inches that Dan was reporting on his rain gauge, somebody else also got a 52-inch reading up there, and on the news they said that broke the state record forever.
That would go back about 130 years. I think that's about how far back they've been keeping records.
Well, I mean, it might as well be forever.
You do make a good point.
It's actually 4 inches more than the total annual rainfall for this area.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that's, they had some pretty bad stuff up there before. And y'all have had, I don't remember what the previous record was. I think it was like 40 inches or something like that. But you just hardly blew it away.
Yeah.
I bet your pump under your house